door.
Right.
It helps keep like a microclimate.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
Right. So let's move on to the next question. Next, Alan.
I have a visual for you. Okay. I have one cat red that I have problems with. I'm having the leaves changes. Okay.
You want my phone, Alan?
Is that a calcium problem?
Is that just one leaf? Could be. Just one leaf or the whole?
Well, it's one plant.
Is it the new leaf?
No, it's no leaf. I have new growth on the plant,
And it's okay.
and it's okay.
That shouldn't be a calcium problem.
And it's just this one cat that does it, and that's the name of the cat there, is Portia or something.
Yeah, what the photo show is one leaf of his cattleya turn brown all the way halfway from the tip all the way to.
It starts at the tip and it's working its way up. And this makes
So it's eating
the
itself.
plant has new growth on it, and it has plenty of leaves, but this makes the third leaf that I.
Some leaves die.
I would trim it
Some
off.
leaves die, I'd trim it off.
Well, it's not dying.
Is it the back leaf?
Well, it's an older leaf.
Choke it.
I've been advised by other growers that that is caused by not flushing the medium out, and you get a buildup of too much minerals.
I don't have that much of a salt problem because I use Dynagrow, which doesn't have the salt base that other fertilizers have. I can flush it too. But I was thinking that it might be a calcium problem with just one.
I think it would be all over, all the leaves.
Well, this makes the third leaf the like walls. But they don't, it's not happening at one time, all at once.
Are they old leaves?
They're old leaves.
As long as your plant overall, the whole plant is healthy and your new growth is robust and strong, I wouldn't worry. I'd rather you just take it out.
Yeah.
And let's say, I'm sure we all seen our own plant leaves turn yellow more than one way. And for me, I wouldn't alarm if I have one. I have yellow leaves throughout my greenhouse. I have to go collect them. Old leaves do die, but that is, not to say that is something not concerned, but if your whole plant is strong and healthy and robust with new growth, and that's considered an old growth, I would just remove it.
Just take the leaf or remove the entire leaf.
Does it stop whenever it reaches the sickle bulb?
Well, yes, when it reaches the stalk,
When
yeah.
it reaches the stalk?
It'll drop off.
It'll drop off.
Yeah.
That's where it stops.
Uh,
Okay. Now,
So
that's
just
an
leave
old
the
leaf.
stalk there, and since it's growing, viable growing.
If it's a good-sized plant,
It
and
is.
you've been growing it for a while, and it's got new growth, I think you're better off getting rid of the whole leaf.
Okay.
That way you're not gonna transmit any kind of
I'll
bacteria.
take the leaf off. but
I'd go
I can
farther
Take the
than
stalk
that.
off too.
And let us know in future, back on the same conversation. One thing we can share with you is we always see something new and learn. Just a recent as I think it was Dodie from the lady from Texas, and she said something about a spider that is inside your plant and causing problem. And I have to be honest, that's the first time I heard that. It was very valuable for me as well.
Spider mites.
Yeah.
Spider
Yeah, and it was mite that get inside your plant and causing your plant problem, and not she thought it was fungus or other things. So that was another thing that I've learned when listening to speaker. So that was very good.
I would wonder if you would stop that if you cut back into the viable green tissue and then dust in the raw edge and see if it stays good or whether it continues.
Sit there and just go
Cinnamon.
and use the cinnamon stuff. Cinnamon.
Yeah, and you see if the rest of the leaves stay viable.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Thank you for sharing that photo. So yeah. Next, please. I think we have about how much more time do we have?
10 minutes.
About 10 minutes. Let's do that. Yes, please.
Okay, I have two different vandas. They're still in the original little pots that I got from the vendor in. And I bought some of the wooden vanda-like planters from a gentleman that had them here a while back. But they're like 3 times bigger than the little ones, so I've been scared to repot them. How big should that wooden part be for me to transfer? Would like 3 times be too big?
How good is your root growth? When you transfer it to this wooden crate, how big is the root growth? Do
How
you,
big is the wood?
yeah,
The wood, it's not a lot. There's nowhere near anything like that one. Either one of them.
the only thing I would say is they don't like to bounce around. So if you can put chunks of charcoal or something like that to keep it firm.
It's just like other plants to make sure the roots aren't moving.
They don't want to flop.
They like to be tied down so that especially the green tips of the vanda while they're growing. Yeah. Also, for you to let's say repot, when you move your little basket over to the next size, it's perfectly normal just to leave the whole thing, the black basket, drop it gently into the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, just leave that whole basket, and once you tie your plant to the new basket, normally you use 2 wire and you do a cross, tie in the middle and tie really tight in the center, and that will keep your plants stable. It's okay to get the basket a little bigger for some smaller plant. It takes some time for root to come out and develop in full anyway, but once you get the one size bigger basket, it will just another structure for your plant. So I wouldn't want to take the black little black plastic thing out. You don't have to. Just leave the whole thing and set it on there.
That's easy. Thank you.
Hit the roots all wet before you repot it, and then they become more malleable, less likely to snap and break. And then, like with Brian said, just put it inside the next bigger pot.
Well, I've got the moss around the roots too. That's all right to just transfer all that too?
Yep.
Next, please. Anyone?
No, I'm sorry, you had your question.
Keith?
I need to know this.
Keith?
Here's a nice big cabinet root, and I broke it. I know when you break a root, the tip will stop to grow. But will the vellum still absorb water behind the break? Or should I cut it off at the break, or just ignore the break and it'll still take up water?
I would think it's not a disaster, because root, given the root is part of the, they as long as after you break it and sometime down the road, if it still show is a plump and turn green when you water, because the root system, the main core of the root is in the middle of your mass.
It's really small.
Yeah, it's like a wire, and so the big body on the outside is just a absorbed tissue that every time you water, it's soaking with water, and it feeds through your root system to feed your plant slowly, and that's how, you know, especially Vanda and Phalaenopsis, that's how the root. One thing I have to comment is, I went to visit Jana house last week, and some of you probably already have. If you have not, you know, try to visit Jana's house. I loved it because she spent a lot of personal time tendering all her plant, and it's very well cared for, given that all of the water is using water from Sprout supermarket, which is work really well. There's no salt in it, and they're clean. And one thing about it, you have to be Jana and spend 5 hours every Saturday. Give up the world, close the door, and put out a curtain and stay inside. Good job, Jana. Yeah. So we, you know, I personally admire how Jana doing her job at the house. So it's very good. Anybody? Yes, Jackie.
Coming up, we were talking, and Ron was asking whether we knew of places for orchid supplies in our general area. And I said, I don't really know. I knew this one store over here on May. I think it is that, yeah. But other than that, I'm not really acquainted whether there were places up here to get orchid supplies or items.
Locally, I really don't know. I know that in the past, if you recall, a society ordered from BWI, which is out in Dallas. They used to have a hub here, but now they already relocated in Dallas. But you have to have a minimum purchase. Every time I buy from them, I buy like 20 bags of bark at one shop, and those are the Nexus brand, which is really good brand. And then because the minimum purchase and everything. So if the society, to do that, you have to order, put together an order in order to order supply from them. But locally, I don't see, I don't know, because I always get it from them, so I didn't go out very much to find orchid supply. Folks, that was great conversation, and thank you, our panels. That was creative, and I hope that we'll do that again next year. We'll learn from this, and we'll open some subject. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Put together your origami, spider origami. I thought she was gonna auction off another plant. We're gonna do, show and tell next. Who brought plants?
I'll go first. I'm going with what?
While he's getting that, I thought something I forgot. We have to do 2 classes between now and June, and my recommendation is that we do one with our show. If somebody shows up for it, fine. If they don't, it's not our problem. But we've got to offer two classes to the public. So I thought we would do one in conjunction with our show. We'll call it repotting, or everything you want to know about orchids, and we'll have some people answer questions. Oh, and I thought we might do just a bucket of potting mix and a couple of plants and show people how to repot at the festival. So y'all be thinking about that, because we've got to do two shows between now and June to get credit for all the hours we've worked to get the money for our rent.
I mean, 2 classes. Not shows, but 2 classes.
2 classes. So I thought we would do one in conjunction with our show and one some other time. Well, in conjunction with the festival, because we're going to be here anyway. So you'll all be thinking about that. Yes?
You know how we did, I don't know if it's the Ocuniti or the other bill they have flyers in there with Oklahoma City classes, wreath making and things.
Right.
Is that what
That's
the classes
here.
are?
We can run those, we can run our information. All we have to do is get with Kenton and run ours with that. So I thought we would do everything you wanted to know about orchids and encourage people to come with questions. And we'll get a couple of people to answer those questions. And then I thought we would do a repotting with the festival. Yes.
On that subject, I learned last week in the Bonsai Club, one of us is going to do one of these classes, and we get,
18 hours.
yeah, we get 8 hours. Well, we get 8 hours.
8 hours, right.
And I asked Kenton, I said, what if we have 2 people at our class? 2 members. And he said, no, you still get 8. But if you do, like at your show, if you do an hour or 2 hour at your show, and you have 2 people in your club doing the class,
It's 8 hours.
each person gets,
I'm sorry.
Ken told me incorrectly.
He's incorrect. You're going to do, if you have 50 people at the class, you're going to get 8 hours.
Right,
If you have one person doing the class, you're going to get 8 hours.
okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, just 8 hours per class, and we must do 2 between now and June to get our credit. And next year we'll start earlier. You know, that we started in the middle of the year because we changed our our club year from June 30th, July 1 through June 30th. That is in order to give us time at our meeting times to do those 2 classes. So you can't get more than 16 hours.
That's what I thought.
Okay?
One point, we have already paid for the 2018 show.
I know, but we're working towards,
I want everybody to know that.
since the dues go up, our real rate is going to go up. We're gonna have to move this meeting into that room to afford it. And, but we may as well get all the hours volunteer. Anybody that doesn't have, and that has time, make a point. There's lots of things around here to volunteer for. We, cut off tags off all the Christmas lights and screwed on all the bulbs. There were 5 or 6 of us, and we got several hours. We tore down the library and put it up, and we got 6 or 8 hours. We planted, I don't know how many plants, 5,000, I think, little plugs, and we got 6 hours. So there's lots of things to do around here to help. And Jim is just happy to tell you what to do, Jim Muller. So, and there always pull weeds. I don't pull weeds in my own yard. I'm not going to come up here and do it. I'm sorry. I pay somebody to do it. I offered to pay my guy to come up and do it. No, don't do that. So anyway, but I can screw light bulbs and cut off tags and do plugs, in the greenhouse. There's always greenhouse work to do.
And we do have to pay for what we pay right now, our part of paying to rent the space for our show. With the new rates, we will have to earn 60 volunteer hours to pay for our 2019 show. That is to be earned by the end of June because we bank the hours one fiscal year to use the next one. So we have 60 volunteer hours to try to wrap up. Do they have all the forms and the log ready to go? Good.
I've got a lot of hours, but everybody else needs to pitch in too.
Yep.
Okay. Go on with the show and tell.
I wanted to bring this guy because it's not in full bloom yet, but I couldn't wait to bring it. Because it's the first time that I can make one of these novelties bloom. I don't have a greenhouse, so I'll grow indoors. But what I did now, I took all my novelties outside to the front porch facing east, and left them all year outside until October when it got really cold. So I brought it in and I stopped watering completely. And in the room that I put in was facing west. It was my utility room, and that only gets 60 degrees in the winter, or sometimes a little bit less. So no water, cold spell, it got a lot of moves. Right? I'm gonna do the same with all the other ones that I have, and probably do the same with cattails.
Is that a miniature? It's just not completely open yet.
It's not completely open yet, but yeah. That's it.
Who else?
We had a friend give us this a number of years ago. That was back before we had the scale under control. And we nearly lost it. The scale just loves to go down in the base of these leaves where the pseudobulb is and hide in there. And it didn't matter what we poisoned, it didn't get to it. And we were down to bare pseudobulbs, and finally with washing them and scrubbing them and watching them every other day, why a few survived, and this plant has finally made it back.
That's great.
When our friend gave it to us, it was in about a 12-inch pot that was absolutely full of pseudobulbs. So it's had a kind of a rough road. And talked about, if you see the leaves on this, you can see the bit about the water and the accumulation and stuff. At least that's what I blame it on. It happens. Anyhow, this is Phaeus cankervillae, or villiae or something. Oh,
Is that also called nanner scorpion?
I think somebody was talking about that. I don't know. Because of the way this curves down, they were talking about that. This is one of my favorites. I love the way that this plant presents the blooms. Every time it's bloomed, it's been that way. They're well spaced, they're fairly flat, and you can just see them all. They look right at you. This is RLC Prada Green Deluxe, and it's a Ports of Paradise times Hemlock Pass. Ports of Paradise is a green one that's, I think somebody had one of these red frags last time. This is a slightly different cross. Phragmopedium Sargent Eric. It's Eric Young times Sargentianum. It's not a great big flower, but nice color. And this plant, anybody that wants to know the name can come up here and try to pronounce it. It's Red Jewel. It's Geyser Gold, Heinz Red Judd, whatever they are.
It's like Cassidy cross.
Like Cassidy cross.
Oh, well, this says Lysudomoloa. Close enough. At showtime, it had one bloom on it this year. Now it comes out with all blooms. I think it's kind of like sticking his tongue out at us. Yeah, I can't pick this up, that broke when I picked it up. This was Catherine Porter's plant, and she gave all her plants to us when she got unable to do them. And I managed to not water it this winter. It took control, but I didn't. And Dendrobium aggregatum, they've now changed that to Lindley. And her plant has always bloomed better than any one we had. Ours kept getting smaller and smaller. Of course, I watered them.
Who's next?
This is Papillepelum transval, and it's a Chamberlainianum by Rothschild Yang. And so I thought that was pretty. We sent it up to word so many times, but anyway, so I thought.
Jackie, is that red cat yours?
No.
Is that yours? I brought 2 packs. I think I got these at Lowe's a couple years ago.
Lowe's.
This one's called Peddling Veiled Dreams. It wasn't open when I bought it, it was a bud. They had just got it, and I was afraid if I waited till it would be blue, someone would come in and buy it. And I bought it, and I'm pleased with it. I'm really pleased with this one. I like the color. It's big, it's the red type. And the second year is bloomed very consistently. And as Sarah Pratt says, I asked her, what's your favorite type of orchid? She says, the one that grows and blooms every year. That's my favorite. And I agree. And I brought this in case you haven't seen the black orchid. Right? Fred Clarke. I bought this 2 years ago at our Sorolla show. I hemmed and hawed about it with the price. And Karen, she's not here today. Keith, you gotta get it. It's a showpiece. No. And she went on, well, if you don't, someone else will. Okay, I might. Last year it had 2 spikes. And this new growth is just about the same height as the old one. I only got 1 spike. It is black. If you go out in sunlight, it's deep burgundy. But inside the house it's black. So even though they're not big flowers, eventually when I get it filled up with a pot, I'll have multiple, flowering stems. I think it'll be very impressive. But you gotta have, I want to have a black one.
Anyway.
Huh?
I'm impressed anyway.
Black. So if you haven't seen one in real life, I want to bring it. Hey, we're talking about Dendrobium nobile. I have 4 in blue, and I got this one from Jan. She had it growing indoors, right, at the office. It was growing like crazy. It was in the fall. So I just keep fertilizing. No. Dendrobium nobile. You want, when it gets cool in the fall, you go down in water, and stop fertilizing around Labor Day, I've heard. And I keep them, I have 4, and I keep them outside until November, until it gets down to about 40 degrees at night. As it cooled down, I didn't water, no water. As tempted as I am to water something, because I feel like it's hurting. I didn't water it, cooled down, and they say, don't water again until the buds form. And the buds form, I watered it, and this one's called Dendrobium Punico Angel Peace. I have one just like that, the one that donated, we auctioned off, that dark prince. I had one just like it too. I knew he was going to bring that, so I had to bring the pink one. I really like Nobiles because as long as you give it a cool down in the fall and don't water and don't fertilize, they'll bloom.
This is an old cattleya I have. It's actually an RLC, Wrinkle-Lelia cattleya. And you can see the damage on them from bugs. That's the only bad thing about the cattleyas. Once they get damaged, it's there forever. It doesn't grow new leaves, but it does have a beautiful look to it.
Just thought I'd drag this guy in so everybody have a chance to enjoy. Here is another lycastic. I recently learned how to grow them. This is lycastic about first spring. So I guess it only bloom around this time of year. And it varied from, the color kind of varied from a little bit deep rose to kind of a mud color, I guess. But this guy has a very nice, open out, very nice. And it's well, it says it's a clone wheel, but I've seen several of them that don't have this color tone, so it's very nice. Now these two Dendrobium, this one is Dendrobium spectaculus, and this is Dendrobium roytugunaga. Just so for those of you who have not seen Dendrobium before, both of these are in the same group of Dendrobium. They are the Dendrobium in the, let me read it correctly, Laturius. Laturius is a native of New Guinea. If I say they're easy to grow, you're probably going to have to take it. They're easy to grow. One thing about, you can see the difference in size, it's simply because that's the species themselves, and it's get quite large. One thing I've learned about the spectaculus was the year before, when the new growth just emerged, and if I put them out in a little bit more brighter sun, the growth getting somewhat short. So last year I have, you can see some of this tall growth here. I kind of put him away from a little bit shadier, so when the new growth just come out, and because it's tender and trying to reach for the sun, keep going and trying to reach for the sun. So before you know it, you have to reach taller in order to get to where the sun is. And so I say, now I know how to get you taller. Is because once you get to when we say, give me some sun, and so it get, once you see the growth come out and it get taller, then once you get to the height that is tall, then I kind of move him out to the brighter sun in order for the growth to mature. If you don't give them enough sunlight, they probably won't bloom for you. They're bright, they're really bright and warm. Actually, this is, many years ago when I'm at the OOS show, I met Mr. Roy Tukunaga from H&R in Hawaii. Very nice gentleman, and he brought with him to the show in one single plant, and it's twice as big as this, because he put it on to display. And I look and I say, wow, look at how many flowers on that thing. So, but this actually, you come closer, this is 3 plants put together. I have them and I keep growing them and they come, but each one of the stems just give you one stem of flower, but it's creating a mass effect. And the flower probably lasts about 3.5 to 4 months. It lasts that long for this particular group. Now these guys, they have nice fragrance, so if you come closer, you can smell the great fragrance. There you are, enjoy it.
Is that everybody? Okay, we still have our raffle plans. The drawing. Who has the tickets? Janet? Up there in the back.
$673.
673.
Get them all on tape.
671.
Hey, that's Terry.
Is that yours?
Yeah.
You don't
No,
know?
probably.
$708. $716.
716.
716.
716.
Nobody?
664.
No.
Seven one eight.
Okay. I got 17.
Six eight four.
That's me. I'll try again.
715.
We're 715. Whoever had 716.
Yeah, Teresa.
Whoever had 716.
Seven three three.
733. Candy got a winner. Come over and get it, we don't want your ticket. That's it, one more. One more.
737.
Is that your 737? It's, Gabriel. That's it. Please, everybody, put up your chair and help us